I got College Board on hold in there, so this is gonna be real fast. I want to give shout outs to McQueen and Miss James. I saw them yesterday after school, letting kids make up tests or take tests that they'd missed. I'm sure there were more of you yesterday afternoon, or anytime this week, and I just didn't see it, but I want to specifically shout out to them. Shout out to Coach Burdett. Mr. Crawford, tell me you've been working with kids during your planning. Appreciate you giving up your time helping students. Ms. Johnson, if you see her, she got an A5 Education Foundation grant for science for probably about $1,200, I think. So kudos to her for writing that. Math department, hope you guys enjoyed Pi Day yesterday.
Don't go there.
Baker, yeah. Baker, Boring, Holland, Holbrook, great job on video this morning, both challenging yourselves, your department, but others as well. Start, stop, continue. We'll push out, we did the stop thing a few weeks ago. We'll push out the start column probably next week. Cards for students. I appreciate you guys writing that. You did a great job. I mean, the kids, I wish I had a GoPro on the top of my head when I was giving them the cards, because it was very emotional for them. They appreciate it. I hope they've seen you, and thank you for that. Work keys next Wednesday. Please show the videos. Appreciate Coach Turner's class and Ms. Blodow prepping those videos. But it's our responsibility to help prepare the students for the test that they'll face here, so that's part of it. It will be next Wednesday. For those of you involved with testing, if you'll come, same people that were involved at ACT, if you'll come to the testing room right after this meeting. And we will not be pulling students tomorrow morning at 9:30. Pre-code is shorter for work keys, so we will not pull third-year students at 9:30 tomorrow morning. They will pre-code the morning of the test in their testing location. Final thing, PD next Friday morning is district, afternoon is school-based. Please come back here for lunch. Coach Phillips, Ms. Fisher sent out emails, doing barbecue for a great cause. I've already ordered my plate, probably order a few more, but please come back and consider eating lunch here instead of somewhere else. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you.
Bye, Curtis. Come back when you can't stay so long. So third block, he's sitting there talking about Pi Day to the math department, and he says this. Miss Dobbins even gave her secret pal a pie yesterday.
Oh, no.
And I just looked at him and I went, really? Thank goodness that person does not have third or fourth block planning. But I was like, Curtis, you're a doofus. I was like, oh, is that why they call it secret pal? I don't know if any of you get the Electric City News, but they do an article called People You Need to Know. And in this issue is Coriana Watt, one of our students. And they talk about her as an athlete, as a good student with a 4.6 GPA, and as a church member, and as a worker. She works at the galley. And it's just called People You Need to Know. So if you see Coriana Watt, you might want to tell her that you know she's in the paper. I'm going to be sure her mom gets that copy. All right, last thing we're going to do. Comstock was going to come in, and obviously something more important has come up. So I'm sure he'll get back with you. It was an update on supervision and referrals, and more importantly, an active shooter and what we do in that instance. Now Murphy's Law will say that now tomorrow something's going to happen, and we should have known that, but we're just going to pray that it doesn't. But I will tell you this: you have all been deemed. We are giving you permission to use your common sense. If something happens, don't worry about a plan. Don't worry about a map. You use your common sense. For example, there won't be any codes. We will get on the intercom and say, there is an intruder or a shooter in the science building. We are going to say that out loud and because we're going to have cameras and we're going to have one person monitoring that. So if that shooter is in the 600 building, then you guys lock down. If you're not in the 600 building, you leave, go, get out of the building. Take your kids, take yourself, because at the end of the day, at 9 o'clock that night, you want to be at home with your family, and you want your students at home with theirs. So I'm telling you now, we got some plans, we think about it, but you are in control of your classroom. One thing that he did talk to you about, when you go back to your room today, think about, do you have a door that opens out or in? Because if you have a door that opens out, yeah, I'd probably try to barricade it as much as I could, but I also look around my room to see if there were extension cords or things that I could do to prevent someone from coming in.
Are our doors fixed that we can lock them from the inside yet? I haven't tried that.
I don't know. About 3 years ago, because there's so many shootings, the nation changed to a training called Alice. And I was fighting it tooth and nail because the mama in me said, I was telling the police they were wrong. They came to my school to try and fight, y'all are crazy, y'all are wrong, but they're not. I was. I wanted to be accountable for all my kids. But the new Alice training said, let them go out the windows, let them run, let them go. Get out of the situation. And that is the right thing to do. We'll have to worry about accountability once the imminent danger is over, okay? But Mr. Comstock will go over that stuff at another meeting. Last thing we're gonna do, this tears me up every time I see it. Last week, Mr. Crawford had the athletic duty of the track meet, baseball, softball, I think there was 4 or 5 things going on. And he went down to the track meet and he said, I cried like a baby. I don't know if you guys know this, but Logan Wires is on our track team. And Logan is pushed around by Mr. Fortner for a reason. But Logan has just some desires and some dreams to walk. And he said he needs his upper body strong so he can walk. And so he's been going out lifting weights with Cottingham and Dawson, and he's on the track team. You're fixing to see his video of his 100-meter dash. About halfway through, my heart breaks. But just stick with it till the end. He has another qualifying, and if he finishes his other qualifier, he will get to go compete for state. Okay? So turn, we'll do that, and then that's it. When this is over, I can't even talk because I'm so upset. So you just leave when it's over. Two things I love. I love our students right here. And you'll see students with Crescent Tiger emblems. I love all students at this track meet. I also love Coach Dawson screaming at him, don't you quit.
Is that a Darius something?
I'm not sure.
Push it! Push it! Come on! Push!
He just absolutely loses every bit of grip strength.
Push it! Come on! Come on! Keep going!
Logan, do not quit.
Come on! Come on!
Come on, Logan.
Push it!
Come on, Logan. Come on, Logan.
Push it!
Push. Push. Come on, Logan. Go, Logan.
Come on!
This is on YouTube under Blake Fortner if you want to share it with anyone.
Come on! Go in there! Come on! Come on! Come on.